All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so one of the biggest questions that I get asked is when I'm participating in AMA, roundtable, those kinds of situations where I'm talking to founders, startup founders, small business owners. And the biggest question is, does social media still work? Or another version of that is, can I make social media work for my business? Now, at the surface level, this might seem like a very, I don't know, a simple question, right? And a lot of people having a little bit of success on social media might say, oh, well, duh, you know, social media is where you get your leads from and you get your sales from. But to a majority of the population, in terms of business owners and founders, social media is an enigma. What's happening there? Why do a lot of people struggle with getting sales and leads from social media? Now let's talk about you, okay? Let's forget about the success stories out there, or let's just talk about you. If you take a deep look at your social media marketing, let's call it that. Okay, so social media marketing is that kind of puts together or brings together all the activities that you do on social media related to your business. So let's take a deep look at that. First of all, what channels are you active on? What channels are you spending your time and effort on? Because different businesses, different business sectors, different audiences hang out on different channels. For instance, if you're a financial consultant, then would Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn work? Or would Instagram work? Snapchat? Which of these channels would work? If you think about it, LinkedIn, yes, it's a great place for a financial consultant to reach out to other business owners and offer services, consulting. Twitter is really not a place for a financial consultant to pick up leads and sales, right? Or customers. And the reason is that Twitter is more about sending out. It's establishing you as a thought leader. You could do the same on LinkedIn, of course. You non-sales messages build up your profile. They build up your thought leadership. But Twitter is a much more effective platform for a financial consultant. What about Facebook? Absolutely. But Facebook is, if you're a financial consultant and you want to sort of find clients on Facebook, then the only effective way, at least that's what I've found out, is through paid ads. So Facebook ad campaigns work well in generating leads, in generating customers, not just organic, right? So if you're just spending your time, you could do that. I mean, as a financial consultant, you could join groups, like entrepreneur groups, small business groups, and then offer help, answer questions, and eventually you may pick up a few clients there. But as I say always in my videos, anything you do in your business has to be always towards moving the needle, right? So, what is the effort you're spending? What kind of results are you getting? And the Pareto principle, 80-20, because you could be spending 80% of your time on Facebook to generate only 20% of your leads. And even that too, 20 is quite a lot. So Snapchat, Instagram, financial consultant, I don't think so, right? So what about if you are a coach? Again, the same thing, because a financial consultant, coach, you got a similar kind of service portfolio, right? You're helping someone in their business or in achieving something. And so you're delivering some kind of support system, you're delivering strategies, tactics, systems, processes, techniques to help them elevate. And for such kind of market segments, then LinkedIn is probably the best place to start. Twitter can support you. Facebook ad campaigns, and so on. But what if you're a fashion brand, clothing brand? Would LinkedIn work? I don't think so. You need to have LinkedIn, of course, as a part of your social media profile. You need to have a business page, and of course, your personal profile, because that's where on LinkedIn, if you're in the fashion sector, or you're in the apparel sector, or if you're in the lifestyle sector, then LinkedIn is where you actually build connections, network, you build opportunities for partnerships, and so on and so forth. Or you can also pick up, team members, co-founders, things like that. Sales, maybe not. What about Twitter? Still, fashion sector, lifestyle sector, not so much. You could, of course, Twitter is actually more powerful in this scenario for this sector than LinkedIn. You could still pick up, because Twitter, you could still post images, and then, Instagram, absolutely. Instagram is the place. Facebook, yes, organic and paid. In fact, um, Instagram, you would build brand recall for your lifestyle brand. Maybe not sales directly, unless, of course, you have a product that is just, desirable, right? Maybe you have, I don't know, an awesome looking wallet, and a leather wallet, or whatever. It's got some kind of functionality. It's slim, it looks awesome. If that is the case, then yes, you could on Instagram, have a buy now button, and you will get a lot of sales from there. But what if you're an apparel brand, with, I don't know, t-shirts, some things like that? Then yeah, Facebook is where you can generate a lot more sales through organic and paid. So what am I saying? Um, I'm saying that you got to look at your efforts, the time you're spending, on which channel you're spending. That's very, very important. Once you understand that, which is basic, I know I've spent a lot of time on something that a lot of people might say, well, this is quite obvious, right? Well, it is obvious and maybe not. Sometimes depending on what market sector you're in, you could be thinking that whatever you're spending your time on is the right channel. But think again, look at it from a different perspective. Look at it from a reframing of an idea. you know think of it from that perspective and see what really is happening within your sector. Also, look at where the competition is hanging out. Now, looking at the competition and where they're hanging out is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, you might actually be um, going after channels that are oversaturated, right? And it's a red ocean. Now, to build a blue ocean, you might have to go and seek your clients on a different channel that maybe a lot of your competitors are not using. Now, with that, of course, you have why are they not using it, right? Maybe it is ineffective. So that's what I mean when I say that this is actually an important point, and you need to rethink it, even if you think you know exactly. I say this because I see a lot of people on LinkedIn um, posting messages and spending a lot of time and effort on building up exposure. Probably, maybe this is an assumption, and I don't think I'm wrong. Is of course to pick up eventual sales and revenue, to pick up customers. But some of them are so, I feel such a huge disconnect. I look at it and think, okay, this is I don't know, windows and doors business. Um, and I see this person day in and day out posting stuff on LinkedIn. And of course, some of them, may be making some sales, but I say, what is happening there? Of course, if that person, um, if their motivation is to network, to maybe find partners, maybe they're looking out for construction companies, connections within construction companies, so that they can get contracts. That's fine. But I'm really talking about, and I've analyzed this. Believe me, I'm not just uh, I didn't take a look at one post and then making a judgment here. No, I've analyzed their posts, and I've done this for quite a few different market segments. But why are they spending their time there? Because Twitter right now looks like a no man's land, right? No one is making any money on Twitter unless you are in crypto, um, and NFTs and all that, and and stocks and trading, day trading, and essentially gambling, right? So if your business is in the gambling sector, then yes, you can target a lot of young people on Twitter who are, hungry to make a quick buck, hungry to buy that Ferrari, hungry to have that lifestyle that a lot of these people have. Um, and yeah, like on YouTube, where you got a lot of gurus, and then they have courses, and they're promising that you can make your first $100,000 in the next 30 days, or things like that. Yes, if that's the thing, then yes, Twitter is good. But for any other kind of business, so Twitter, these people are like, okay, Twitter is not for me. Instagram, doors and windows. Now, doors and windows, don't get me wrong, it's just an example, right? Um, Maybe not on Instagram. Yes, it would be good if you've done some stellar work, you got some nice portfolio shots, something you're proud of, you can post them, but not as a marketing channel, right? You can't be posting day in and day out. And people are not going to be following that channel and say, I'm going to follow this feed because I love to look at beautiful doors and windows. And then eventually I'm going to say, well, let me reach out to this guy for my doors and windows. It may work, but again, what is the effort you're spending? Facebook, again, the same thing, because Facebook, you might be tempted to think, well, you know what? Facebook is full of people just generally hanging out there. And I'm sure they need some construction work. They need doors and windows done, paving, landscaping, lawn mowing. Yes, yes, they are normal people just like you and me. But what is the intention? You got to look at the intention of why your potential target audience is hanging out on um, on that channel. What is their intention? Do they get up in the morning and open up Facebook for buying services? No, 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 not at all. So Facebook is a hit and miss, and Facebook is good for paid advertising, and you can then target people actively looking for that. Um, so Facebook is sort of down the list. What else? YouTube, doors and windows. Now I use doors and windows to mean. Don't get me wrong, doors and windows. This is what it's an important product. It's an excellent market segment. It is what keeps our home safe and us, energy efficiency, all that. Don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to give an example of a product that may not seem, sexy or something that, it's you get the point, right? So LinkedIn now seems to be a place where you could post something and you're getting instant validation. And you're getting instant validation is because the people who are giving you validation are doing the same thing as you. Because on LinkedIn, this is the strategies that are quite trending right now. You post something motivational. You share a photo or a video of, I don't know, someone helping an old person cross the street. They're stopping the traffic, and then you get these, thousands of, hey, humanity is not dying and things like that. Or you post motivational quotes, which are okay, then you post those, then you go and you sort of like, and then again give these empty kudos and these celebrations to other similar posts, because then the strategy or the idea is that people will look at and then they will click on your profile, and then they'll follow you. And I don't get it. Listen, think clearly. Look at your product. Look at and think of the customer journey. Okay, I did a video, I think last year, on customer journey. Right, understanding your customer journey is predominant. It's critical, because if you don't understand your customer journey, so you have a vague idea, someone needs that their doors and windows, and then they're looking for doors and windows on Google. Right, they're searching doors and windows, or whatever keywords you have, and then you pop up if you're lucky. Now that's a whole different ballgame, and we can talk about search engine and how it used to be, search engine optimization, how it used to be and what it is now. But that's a different topic. So getting on Google search results, it's almost impossible now. So you're thinking, okay, they want doors and windows. I'll just reach out to them on LinkedIn. It does not work like that. What is the intention? In fact, LinkedIn right now is made up 80% of any kind of engagement you will get is from people that are unrelated to your business. They are probably never going to buy. They are just engaging with your content and posting comments to your post, um, just so that they can get exposure, and then they will have people following them. In fact, I think I'll do another video on LinkedIn and the fallacies of LinkedIn, right? So to get back to the original point, you got to really look at the channel. You got to look at customer journey. You got to look at the intention of people. So let's say you pick LinkedIn. Let's say you pick LinkedIn as your channel. Then what do you do? How do you market on that? How do you get your message across? That is the question. How do you get your message across? That means you need to have a message. You need to have a clear message. So you need to figure that out. Sales is not a message, right? Well, you have sales messages, but I'm talking about brand awareness messages. Why? Why do you need brand awareness messages? You could just go for sales messages, because sales messages will only reach the people that are actively looking to buy your product. And that could be a huge segment. And if that is so, then just do that. I got nothing against that. In fact, I will encourage you. My previous video was on that. Uh, just focus on one thing, right? So just do that. Just keep doing that. But I'm assuming if you're watching this video this long and we're into the 17-minute mark, and I'm basically talking about simple things, and you're still watching this video, which means that probably the assumption could be made that you are either struggling in your business, either to get it off the ground, to scale, to get more revenue, sales, or you are thinking of starting a business, right? So in either case, getting sales and revenue is your end game. Yes, but that's not as simple as that. You just cannot get your sales and revenue without going through your message development and all that. So clarify your message, choose the right channel, and do not fall for the trending strategies and waste your time posting stuff, commenting on people, liking stuff, and then hoping. That should be done. That is a part of social media engagement. That's how you build your brand awareness. But the time you spend on that should be carefully managed, carefully understood. For some businesses, like I said, like coaching, or now it's LinkedIn helping. You'll find lots of people on LinkedIn offering services to help you market on LinkedIn. For those kind of services and for coaching and for business development, like I'm active on LinkedIn. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty active on LinkedIn because I offer strategy. I help companies, businesses, startups position themselves, clarify their message, and take double their revenue, take them to the stratosphere. That's what I offer. That's what my brand offers, my agency offers, my branding agency. So for me, LinkedIn is the right place. Why? Because it's got lots of entrepreneurs, it's got lots of founders, startup founders. And for me, it's all about connection. So if you go there, if you go to my profile on LinkedIn, and I will link to that. In fact, that is my profile on LinkedIn. Go check it out, and you will see that I don't have any kind of sales messages there. It's all almost thought leadership, right? Thought leadership, also building relationship. Okay, now that's one part of why I'm on LinkedIn. Second, I'm a co-founder in an incubator, right? So we invest in startups. We have a fund, and then we seek out new ideas. Think of it this way. Imagine if you could go back and invest in WhatsApp when it was just the two guys with an idea, right? And needed some cash, some guidance, some brand building ideas, and team development ideas. If you could provide, that's what we do. So we try and seek out products and services, especially in the Web3 uh, uh, environment that might take off in the future. So we can then we put in a little bit of money, we put in our expertise. I bring that. So LinkedIn is a place where people with those kind of ideas are actively engaging. And I know constantly I look out and I try to seek out such people so that I can invest in them. So for me, it's a two-pronged approach and it works well. Twitter, yeah, I hardly use it, but yes, I use Twitter as a means of communication. When someone wants to reach out to me, for example, at the end of this video, I'm going to ask people to reach out to me, to ask me questions. And then I will show the same one you're seeing here. And that's the Twitter handle, Bonigala. The reason is it's very easy to ask a question there. And I can quickly reply. So just to summarize, and I know I've been rambling on for quite a bit. Just to summarize, social media works, but you need to be very clever about it. You need to, clever, when I say you need to be clever about it, I don't mean just going and learning how social media works and going and doing a course where they give you a strategy. Those are good and you need those, but you need to do some fundamental groundwork. You need to do reflection. You need to look inside your brand, inside your business, your product, your service, and ask some honest questions. First of all, what kind of people would buy my product, right? Now you might have already done that, and and that's a question you need to ask, not just for social media marketing. You need to ask that question every single day, right, about your product or service. So you begin from there, and then think about your customer journey. At which point of this customer journey would they be on LinkedIn or on Twitter or on whatever channel that you're spending most of your time on? And what kind of a mindset are they in, right? Would they buy if I reach out to them? Would they reach out to me? You got to ask all these questions and then spend your time and effort. So right now, spend a couple of days doing a deep dive and analyzing your social media channels, your marketing efforts. Even if you're a one-person kind of small business, micro business, or if you're a 20% business that's already thriving, take a look, okay? And then assess whether your time and effort or your resources and money is being spent effectively on social media. And I guarantee you, you will start to see results, okay? So if you have any questions, reach out to me. This is Twitter, that's my handle, and then on LinkedIn. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so, okay? Leave comments below and let me know what you think. What is your story? Are you struggling? Are you, doing well on social media? If so, what strategies are you using? What is your mindset? All right, let me know and we can take it from there. Take care.